Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel again. I hope you're having a beautiful day. If you are new at my channel, I'm Melody. It's good to see you in my video. Today we'll be talking about soulmates, karmic relationships and twin flames. I actually wanted to make a video about that subject because these subjects are one of the most misknowledged ones, or just that are lots of toxic or wrong information out there. In spirituality, there are lots of sides of a subject. For example, when I say soulmates, I'll give you some information, but that's not all of them. Because we know some of them, but there are still lots of information. So it's good that you're watching this video, but please go search yourself, read yourself more and more. But it's good that you're watching that. So I done some research and I read about it, and I'll tell you also my own experiences about this. And not a long time ago, I think it was like some months ago, I was really into these soulmates and twin flame things. I was searching, I was doing meditations, etc, etc. And it was when I realized that I needed more information. So I hope this video will be helpful for you. I have some notes, I'll be looking at them, so I won't miss any information that I want to tell you. So what are soulmates? Soulmates are actually, thinking like you're a soul. Now, you're a soul that now experiencing a human life, if you believe in that. So in real life you have real friends, or maybe just family, friends, anyone, your pets. And as in the soul way, you have soulmates. Your soulmate can be anyone. It doesn't really a specific type of creature. Your soulmate might be your pet, your family members, one of them, some of them, your friends maybe, or maybe even a stranger that you saw on the street. So maybe sometimes you experience that you live. And give me a second. Okay. Sometimes I'm just scared that it will fall off. It's okay. So what I was saying, sometimes maybe you're just experiencing that you're on the street, you're just walking, and someone maybe just gave you a stare, like gave you a smile when you were feeling bad. They might be your guides, they might be your soulmate, because we have more than one soulmates. And some of them are actually here to improve with you, but not really to push you to the improving. They're most likely here to hold your hands, we can say. So soulmates brings harmony to your life. and they feel safe to be around. But just because you're feeling like that around a person doesn't really mean they have to be your soulmate. They might be your soulmate, but that doesn't define them as your soulmate. So not everyone that you feel like that is your soulmate, neither your twin flame. And they provide you emotional support. That is important. As I told you, they are here to, most of the time, usually, to bring harmony and bring more, what can I say, serenity in your life. Most of them. Also, they're the thing that we most likely think when we mention soulmates are relation-based soulmates in romantic way. If you're asking that, okay, so I have friends, pets, my maybe grandmother, granddaughter, anyone as my soulmate, but do I have a romantic soulmate? If you're asking that, the answer is might be. We can't really say that a soulmate is your partner, but a soulmate might be your partner. If it's the right relationship, and if they are your divine partner, they bring you peace, they make you feel loved, they might be your partner, or you might experience romantic side of the soulmates. So it is possible, but that does not mean that all the soulmates are romantic. We just need to know that we have soulmates, more than one soulmate, plenty of soulmates, but some of them are just here to hold our hands through the journey in the world, but sometimes they are romantic. So soulmates is most like the soul, the person that your soul recognize, they know. It's most like you have a friend and you're like, yeah, I care about you and I will support you through your exam, for example, through your journey. It's more like that. And twin flames. What are twin flames? Twin flames. I actually watched lots of videos about twin flames because I was still curious and I didn't want to miss knowledge and tell you things wrong. So while I was watching the videos about the twin flames, I actually saw most of the people that I saw their videos were telling the story, some myth actually. And the myth was telling that, but it's a myth, it's not a real story. I don't know if even it's real. So the myth was telling that, according to the myth, twin flames are two parts of a soul, but that doesn't actually mean that you have an half of a soul. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. I can talk. That doesn't mean that. Yes, they say in the myth that twin flames are maybe two parts of an apple, of a soul, but they are not half. They just belong together. It's more like that. So they don't have a part that's missing from their soul, but they're just connected to that soul. It's that. So they're still whole by themselves. But they just have this connection between them. So twin flames actually are more different, pretty more different than the soulmates. Twin flames actually more like mirroring you. So maybe they are more like you, and most likely harder to get a relationship with, even if just friends or maybe romantic way. So twin flames actually triggers you. It's because that's, I want you to visualize that maybe now you're that watching my video, you are sitting with yourself. One copy of yourself is sitting with you now. I want you to think it, visualize it. Maybe you're saying it will be great. I will say that as well, but think it for a long term. You might be a great person, you might be awesome, but no one is perfect. And for most people, it is harder to live with a like-alike of themselves. So maybe if you're destined with a soulmate or a twin flame, it is easier to actually be with a soulmate. But it's because that soulmate doesn't really triggers you that much. But the twin flames triggers you and pushes you to the changing, to the better. Also, they might feel intense. They mirrors your wants, your fears, your traumas. So they're like a therapy. They make you feel your emotions, your wants, your emotional traumas, and they make you face them. So you have limited chance with that twin flames. You're either gonna change or just gonna keep triggering from them by them. So they also encourage you for self-awareness. This is important. They are most likely usually inner self and inner growth focused. So what is the difference between the soulmates and the twin flames? Long story short, soulmates are more like a friend to hold your hands and like a friend of your soul, we can say shortly, but I also defined that to you. They're more like that, and the twin flames are here to push you to the awareness. The difference is that also in spirituality or mentally, physically, the unhealthy thing is to over-romanticize things about soulmates and twin flames, or maybe just to believe. Maybe you believe that they are your soulmate or they're your twin flame, to believe that they will change for the better and you will be happy with them. It's not impossible, but it will exhaust you. So, a twin flame walks with you through your journey, and a twin... No. I mixed up my words, but you get it. A soulmate walks with you through your journey in the world, and I said soulmate, right? A soulmate walks with you through your journey in the life, and a twin flame is gonna try to awaken you pretty hard. So, let's move on to the traumatic ones, which I don't like that much, but they are here to improve us, so they are for our good. Maybe you're stucking in the same cycles again, and you get used to it, but you're just saying that, why me? And yeah, you're just questioning life, like asking, why always the same personality but different faces? This is the problem. And this is not a problem, but this is our problem. So, karmic relationships are really hard and exhausting if you're not trying to change the way you respond to them. Let's give an example. Then I will define the karmic relationships for you. I'm not trying to rush because we don't need to rush. We're just so used to rushing things in our daily life that slowing down feels awkward, but it's what we need. So, for a minute, take some breath with me and slow down your nervous system. Okay. So, karmic relationships. As I said, maybe you're experiencing something with someone and you're always running away from the situation with them. But even though they leaves and they disappear from your life, a new one enters, and the face is different, but the personality and the relationship is same, or just too similar. So the thing with that is, A karmic relationship is here to teach you something. Maybe you're insecure about your body, the way you look. And you keep seeing people that bullies you for your body. Or maybe just the way you look. I hope no one does that to you. But this is an example. Maybe they do that to you. And you're just so exhausted. And just asking why, God, this happens to me. But you just need to change the way you respond to them. Or you feel about that situation. Because when we change starts with acceptance. First, you need to accept. Second, you need to again accept. This is so important. Then you need to change the way slowly and slowly you feel about them, or the way you feel when they do that to you, or maybe the response. I told you. This is... I need to figure this out. So, you need to change the way you respond to them. I know this is hard, but that's... You need to change the way you feel and think to stop that cycle. But if you can just stay away from that person for a while as well, if you feel like that would help. For example, okay, let's move to the examples so that maybe you can feel that you're not the only person that feels those cycles, and you can feel better, I hope. So, about this cycles, karmic relationships, I was having some with my friends, and I was just pulling the same personality constantly towards me, and it was funny, but like in an ironic way. It was really exhausting, and I actually just tried to figure this out. I accept, I took action, then I tried to change. Now that hopefully I'm thinking that I'm not constantly and only attracting that person. That stopped gratefully. So, about the soulmates. Once in my life, or maybe more than once, the time that we are more focused to soulmates, most likely when you're more younger or when you're older, it doesn't matter. I was trying to pull my soulmate. I was thinking maybe I could be happier, or I could feel more loved. And the society, I can... So what was I saying? The society, most of the time, told us that the soulmates were romantic. In the movies, in the songs, in the stories. So, yeah, they might be romantic, but not all of them are romantic. And yeah, as I was saying, I was searching for my soulmate because I didn't know this. I was thinking, yeah, soulmates can be romantic. Soulmates are romantic. I was thinking that. And they would make me feel better emotionally, or just feel loved. and etc. etc. All of the usual stuff that people thinks when we say soulmate. I was thinking this and was really trying to attract my soulmates. Then I realized that soulmate term was not just romantic ones, but also friends, pets, etc. Also, one thing I would like to add is, in order to attract your romantic soulmate or your love, you will need to, in most of the cases, again, there are exceptions for some people, I don't know, some people just attract them, but for most of us, we need to vibrate from the frequency of love. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to say you need to love yourself. I can understand how that verse might feel like. Because people say, yeah, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. It's easy on words, I know that. And it's not easy to do in the long term, but when you do that, not just you might attract your love, etc., and the term of love into your life. Love isn't just the romantic one, but also the love term. It's a feeling that you can feel towards to a flower, to a bird, to yourself. But also feel better when you vibrate in love. So I'm thinking, is there anything else in my mind to tell you? Because otherwise, when I finish the video, I'm thinking like, I wish I would say that. I don't want to leave that again. At least for that video. So yeah, I think they are all. Do the things you love. Make yourself happy, but love yourself. Not just in the words, not just in the words, but in actions. You are important. You are lovable. You are seen. So, thank you for watching my video until the end. See you in another one. Take care. Goodbye.